everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and today we're going to be talking about 5 different paths to financial independence. Each of these stem from the FIRE movement, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. FIRE basically means that you saved enough money and have it invested that your expenses every year are going to be covered by the returns on your investments. So the most basic path to FIRE probably looks something like this. You work hard at your full-time 9-to-5 job, you save up as much as you can, and maybe in 6 to 10 years, you'll be able to retire early. I have a video talking all about the FIRE movement, so if you want to learn more about that, I'll have a card up here. But through the years, there have been a lot of variations to this movement, and that's what the FIRE movement's all about. It's all about putting some flexibility in your life and giving yourself options. So with that being said, let's jump into 5 main variations of the FIRE movement. Number 1 is Coast Fire. Coast Fire is essentially when you accumulate enough money that you've built up your nest egg and you no longer need to add to it in order to be able to retire. In order to achieve Coast Fire, you'll first have to define how much you need to achieve financial independence and when you want to retire by. With Coast Fire, you'll have to hustle really hard in the early years. And that's so that you can build up your nest egg. And that nest egg will continue to grow even if you're not adding any more dollars to it over the years. So maybe you're okay with retiring at the traditional retirement age of 65. If you build up your nest egg in your 20s, this sum will have 35 years to grow in the market. Coast Fire may be appealing to you if you're more enticed by the idea of financial independence as opposed to early retirement. With Coast Fire, you'll still have to be working in order to cover your expenses in the years up until retirement. But like I said, it's a really appealing option to those interested in financial independence and want to take the stress of retirement off their backs. The next type of FIRE is Lean Fire. Lean Fire is basically FIRE, but on a much tighter budget. Those pursuing Lean Fire are probably going to be targeting to live on less than the average American spends a year. So with Lean Fire, you'll probably be aiming to retire and live around $40,000 a year or less. This could be a great option for someone who is extremely frugal or a minimalist who doesn't have to live on much. This also could be a great option if you're planning on living in a low-cost country or if you're planning on never having kids. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum is Fat Fire. If you prefer a bit more of a luxurious lifestyle, then Fat Fire is probably more your speed. And as you might imagine, if you're pursuing Fat Fire, you're probably aiming to spend way more than the average American. This will allow you to live in the most expensive cities in the world, buy what you want, drive the car you want, but it definitely comes at a price. With Fat Fire, you'll most likely have to have multiple millions of dollars saved up. Fat Fire is for entrepreneurs or high-income professionals that choose not to fully embrace the frugality of the FIRE movement. And it definitely allows you to have a lot more flexibility in your life, but obviously this is not achievable for the average Joe. The next type of FIRE that you might want to look into pursuing is Barista Fire. Barista Fire is all about saving up enough money so that you only have to make a little bit of income every year from work. Barista Fire doesn't eliminate work altogether, but it does eliminate the need to work full-time. With Barista Fire, you're encouraged to work part-time or full-time at a job that you enjoy that will cover some of your expenses. The rest you'll be able to withdraw from your portfolio as long as you're not withdrawing more than the interest that it's gaining every year. This also means that you could be working a job that provides you benefits, which takes a huge stress off of early retirement. And last but not least is Flamingo Fire. I haven't seen too many people talking about this one, and that surprises me because this one intrigues me the most. Flamingo Fire, I believe, was started by the blog Money Flamingo, and I'll link that down below. Flamingo Fire comes in 3 phases. The first phase is working full-time and saving up enough money to build up your nest egg. Once you've reached half of your FIRE number, that's whenever you can move into the next phase, which is your semi-retirement. In this period, your nest egg keeps growing in the background and you're working just to cover your current living expenses. So if your inflation-adjusted nest egg returns are 7% over the next 10 years, then your money is going to double and you'll be able to reach your FIRE number. And so during these 10 years, you're not going to have to add to this nest egg at all. As long as it doubles, it's going to be able to carry you through into your full retirement phase. So during your semi-retirement, you could take a step back from your full-time job and work part-time or follow a passion project in order to cover your living expenses. And just wait until your nest egg grows into 25 times your living expenses, in which case you will have reached full FIRE and be able to retire completely if you so choose. So those are the 5 different types of financial independence that I found most interesting. If you have any other types you'd like me to discuss, please leave those in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.